If he's emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, gives the bare minimum, and has the emotional depth of a teaspoon, why are you still trying to win him over like it's some kind of prize? Let me say it loud. You're not a rehab center for men with potential. You're not the therapist he never paid for. And you're definitely not here to teach a grown ass man how to communicate his feelings. So today, we're not sugarcoating it. We're going to unpack the reason why you keep getting the ick after the damage is done. Let's talk about why this pattern exists and how you can exit the situationship chat for good. I want you to ask yourself, how many times have you found yourself making excuses for a man's behavior? Once he figures himself out, it'll be amazing. Or only if he'd see my word, then he'd treat me better. We do this thing where we bank on someone's potential to change, hoping that they will become the partner that we want. But here's the hard truth. When you're chasing someone's potential, you're actually chasing your need for validation. You want to feel seen, loved, and valued. And you think that if you stick around enough, this person will give that to you. But when we do that, we put our power in their hands. We wait for someone else to become the person we need instead of owning our sense of worth right now. And that is a trap. If he's not treating you right, that should give you the ultimate ache. Like dry up your crush immediately. He's not deep, he's not mysterious, he's just emotionally unavailable and low effort. Stop turning red flags into personality traits. You deserve the bare minimum? No, you deserve the whole damn experience. Someone who texts back, makes plans, makes sense, and someone who doesn't make you question your worth every 3 business days. Stop romanticizing emotional inconsistency. It's not edgy, it's exhausting. You have to stop calling it chemistry when someone's inconsistency is making your entire nervous system spiral. You have to stop calling it potential when you're just really betraying yourself because you want to feel chosen. You say you want a deep connection, a safe love, someone who sees you clearly and actually shows up. Somehow you keep getting pulled towards men who give you just enough to keep you hoping. The ones who are mysterious, hard to read, maybe even deep and intense in flashes. But when it comes to showing up emotionally, they're ghosts in broad daylight. Why do I keep ending up in the same dynamics? Is something wrong with me? Am I choosing the wrong people or am I the problem? Let's unpack this. The truth is, there's a reason why these emotionally unavailable men feel so alluring. And this is not even about them. It's your old wounds, subconscious beliefs, and even your nervous system's idea of what love is supposed to feel like. This is not about bashing men or even judging yourself. It's about being radically honest with yourself so you can break these patterns once and for all. Because you do deserve a love that does not leave you anxious, guessing, or performing. You deserve peace, presence, and partnership. So let's get into it. Firstly, you have to understand that your nervous system is wired for familiarity. It's not always wired to seek what's actually healthy for us. Think about that for a second. So, if you find yourself repeatedly drawn to emotionally unavailable men, this is not just about their personality or behavior. It's what your body and nervous system have learned to expect as normal love. And this wiring goes deep, back to your childhood, to your earliest experiences with your caregivers, and even beyond that. Maybe love back then wasn't consistent or safe, but it was familiar, and your nervous system logged onto that. This is a total game changer to understand. Often, the people that we keep coming back to, even if they don't treat us well or meet our needs, they represent something familiar from our past. This is not about comfort in a healthy way, but a deep subconscious wiring in your nervous system that says, this is what I know, this is safe, even if it hurts. Imagine growing up in a home where emotional unavailability felt scarce. Maybe love was conditional or feelings were dismissed or ignored. That experience imprints on us, shaping our blueprint for our future experiences. So when you do meet someone emotionally unavailable, your brain flags it as normal or expected or familiar or safe because it fits the story it has always known. Weird, right? That pain and distance can actually feel less scary than the uncertainty of true connection. It's like your body is addicted to that roller coaster or uncertainty because it feels familiar. This explains why, even if you logically know that an emotionally unavailable man is not good for you, emotionally or physically, you might still feel drawn or stuck to him. The part of you that's hardwired is trying to keep you in your comfort zone, even if that zone is uncomfortable. So, if you're watching this and thinking, wait, this sounds exactly like me, then that's your first step right there, awareness. Ask yourself, what patterns from your past be your nervous system holding on to? What kind of love did I grow up seeing? And how does that unconsciously shape what I seek now? You don't have to figure it all right away. Just noticing this pattern, that it's more about familiarity than health, can start loosening its patterns. Once you recognize this, you can start rewiring your nervous system for a different kind of love. A love that's consistent, present, and available. It is possible to create new patterns, But for that, you have to understand why you were drawn to the old ones. Let's talk about another very significant narrative that women have is the idea of fixing someone, which honestly almost feels like a secret mission. You feel like you're the special one who sees something that others don't. But here's the truth, emotional unavailability is not a problem that you can solve. It's not your responsibility to be someone's therapist, coach, or emotional savior. And you know what? Sometimes the desire to fix others is rooted in a deeper need to feel worthy or needed yourself. But true worthiness comes from being who you are, not from saving someone else. Do you feel responsible for other people's emotions or growth? What would your life look like if you stopped leaking your energy, fixing others, and started focusing on your own happiness and growth? You are worthy of love without doing the emotional labor of trying to change someone else. Now, let's go to the next point, which is you have internalized a scarcity mindset around love and connection. One of the bigger reasons why you keep attracting emotionally unavailable men is because you've bought into this mindset or belief that love, connection, or validation is rare or hard to come by. When you believe that there's a limited amount of love, it makes you settle for less than you deserve. Or stick around hoping that someone will finally show up the way you want. This can make you ignore blatant red flags just because you fear running out of options. It blocks you from seeing the abundance of possibilities right in front of you, including the possibility of being whole and happy on your own. It makes you less likely to ask for what you truly deserve because you're afraid to lose what you have. Ask yourself, does scarcity affect the way you choose partners or stay in relationships? What would it feel like to truly believe that there's enough love for you and for you to find the right people who actually show up? When you believe that love is abundant and you're worthy of genuine connection, you stop chasing what doesn't serve you and start attracting what truly does. Okay, I want to go to the next point, which is really interesting because this point will make you think. Emotional unavailability reflects a fear of vulnerability, which you also might share. It's not always about the partner. Sometimes they're just mirroring you. Think about it. Vulnerability is scary. It means showing up, risking rejection, being seen fully, flaws, fears, and everything. And when you've been hurt or let down before, it's natural to build walls, not just around your heart, but your entire emotional world. Have you ever found yourself holding back in a relationship, not sharing your real feelings or doubts because you're scared of being judged or abandoned? That's vulnerability speaking. And if your partner does the same, then you're both locked in a dance of avoidance where your true connection just stays out of reach. What this means is that if you've been drawn to emotionally unavailable people, it might be because a part of you is unavailable too. Maybe without even realizing it. It feels safer in a way to keep emotions at arm's length than risking getting hurt again. This entire video is not about self blame, it's about awareness. Recognizing this is the first step to breaking the cycle and opening up yourself to real intimacy. Ask yourself, where in your life do you find it hard to be vulnerable? What fears come up when you think about being emotionally open? How might your guardedness be attracting or mirroring emotional unavailability in others? When you gently lower your walls and allow yourself to be truly seen, you invite others to do the same. And you create space for authentic, deeply connected relationships. Listen, I want to end this video by saying you're too powerful to keep playing small in love. You deserve a relationship that doesn't drain you, that doesn't keep you guessing, that doesn't need you to shrink. But that only happens when you're ready to break the cycle. Not just talk about it, but actually get to the root. Let's unpack your patterns, rewire your self worth, raise your standards to match the version of you who truly knows she deserves real, grounded, emotionally available love. Because anything less, not entertaining it anymore.